get this to work. Let me see if I can get it on my, oh, there it is, okay. All right, Carla, see if you can. All righty, Carla, thank you.
All right, I see you.
Thanks, bye. Hey, everyone out there, and oh, there's Lisa. Lisa's on already. Keep commenting, Lisa, that helps others find it. Glad you found us this morning. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Hearts are wonderful. Thank you. That's so appreciated. I really, oh, that's great. Let's see if I can puff up my hair a little bit there on the side. I'm trying to, yeah. Okay, let's see what's here. Oh, good. I'm glad to see you there. Is there anyone else out there? Anyone else watching this morning? Oh, there's Carla. Wait, she's in Wisconsin. Lisa's in Bozeman. So good to see you girls. I am so proud of you for tuning in. I'm really proud of myself for doing this. We haven't missed a single Tuesday since March. Who would have guessed that we would have gone on with COVID-19 all this long? And it looks like it's gonna be a while yet, but the vaccine news is really, really encouraging. Lisa, how is your son Stephen feeling now? Does he have taste and smell yet or anything? Oh, thank you, Lisa. You're very sweet to say that. Oh, here we are, November 17th. The days are just flying by, and I have to constantly look at the calendar, figure out what it is, and next week is going to be Thanksgiving, so hopefully you made a few little thank you cards. And remember, tomorrow is the last day for our challenge. Tomorrow is the so make a Thanksgiving or a thank you card and put it on our Simply Creative Girls site and our private site, and that would be fun. Last night I sent an email about Secret Santas, and I've been just thinking of ideas, and it's so much fun to think of a neat gift that we can make. It can be something like making something like your famous cookies and then decorating the tin, or some kind of, we have these wonderful coffee carriers with the cups and putting fun things in there. And anyway, so alrighty. Well, I think we just have a couple people, but maybe there'll be a few people tuning in, and then there'll be some that'll watch replays. I do want to tell you that this morning on the Tuesday Stampin' Up updates, I always read those very first thing in the morning on Tuesday. There weren't a lot, but they have some new logo items. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to add them to my list, and I'm going to order them. There's some brand new grid paper, and it looks very pretty. It looks like it's got trees, those pine trees. It looks really neat. I'm going to get some of that, and it's double-sided. I always like double-sided grid paper. Then we can watch it. We can use it a little bit more. We can turn it over. There's a new desktop pad, and that's it's smaller than the normal grid paper. There's a new stamp. It's sort of one that you can use for a team, or looks like it has an angel policy stamp. Anyway, and I have not seen this anywhere, but I've heard that there's going to be a flash sale next week. I don't know why I'm saying the 24th. That's a Tuesday. It could be Monday or Tuesday, but it's going to be a one-day sale, one-day flash sale, and there'll be lots of things on sale. I'm sure it's going to be like a Black Friday. It could be sooner. There's someone I always like to, if anyone ever follows Poodles she's outside of London in England, in Great Britain, and she's a famous $1 million stamper. She always sort of, they have their sale always, like 12 hours ahead of us or something. So if you follow her, sometimes that'll help give you a clue as to when it's going to be. But it's coming up. So make a list, and you might even tell your customers or your friends to start making a list, because we're going to have to do that all in one day. So that's coming up. hopefully next week. So I have to tell you that I have just loved my pre-order, and this is my new favorite thing. It's called Painted Textures. It's an embossing folder. It's a 3D one. Oh my gosh, I just cannot stop using it. It looks like gesso paint. You can sort of see this here. I've just done lots. I've sprayed it with water. I've done the gold. But it's just, oh, it is scrumptious, scrumptious. Love it to pieces. Actually, it's you're going to, I know you're going to want it and use it a lot. And I hope it's one that it's going to be in our mini catalog, so that's always good. I'll show you. This is my favorite set of all the things that we've received. I bought it's called Art Gallery, and oh my goodness, it sounds like Jan doesn't have an internet this morning. Oh, that's too bad. Oh my goodness, it's the best. In fact, it's so good, I cannot even take the stamps off the block because every day I look at it and I think maybe I'll stamp something else. I've made 3 different cards. I only have 2 in front of me, but here's one. You can sort of see it. This is I'm going to do a class in January, and oh my goodness, you can sort of, I'll hold it really close, and that's all stamped. Here's another one. Oops. I think I did this one. Well, no, it's not upside down. It's a side. Oh boy, it's just an amazing, amazing set. I don't know. Oh, and then there's some celebration paper, but I don't have it in front of me. I think it's over by the window. I have to tell you this. Yesterday when I was doing my getting set up for today's project, which this is one of them, but I have to tell you I made 2 cards and have everything all set. And then yesterday afternoon I was going to look through the basket, make sure everything is ready for today, and I couldn't find the cards at all, and I lost them. And I literally I had the supplies to make a card today, but I couldn't find the cards that I had made, and it just drove me. I had to sort of tidy up my craft room. And then later on, about an hour later, I realized I had taken them by the window in my big room, where I do the photographing of the cards, and it was sort of waiting for the sun to come shining in a little bit better. And that's where my cards were, right over there by the window. So anyway, I think we're ready to start. And we're going to start with the Curvy Christmas. And I don't know if we have anyone else besides Lisa and Carla in here today, but I'm so happy to have you girls. We're going to do the Curvy Christmas. And at first I thought, I don't know, but I love it. And I'm glad I have it. If you're only going to buy one, I would definitely buy the one that's more the generic birthday all year long one. But if you're going to buy the bundle and save a little bit of money, I would get everything. So we are going to, I'm going to just real fast, I think before I flip the camera down, I'm going to show you a couple cards that were in a swap. This is my business swap. No, it's not my business swap. It's my Achievers swap. Look at this card. This is a group that is going to Hawaii, hopefully. Last year we were supposed to. But look at this Christmas. Isn't this just, I don't know how this gal made 15 or 16 of those. It's an amazing card. Just put that there. I'll just hold these up. But that's another, that one's by Sharon McNeely. She was the lady who organized this. These are all Christmas. So you might want to take a picture. That's Amy Story. And here's one in Crumb Cake by Laura. And another pretty one with, this is all Cherry Cobbler. This is Lori Krause. And here's another one, Lynn Feldkamp, she lives in Minnesota. Oh, I see Martina. Martina, good for you for coming on. This one is another one. Oh, just such a fun set. I really, you could just play and play. Look at this complicated one. This one has so many different pieces to it. Lots of designer paper. That all comes in the package. This is an easy one. Mary Ellen Seitz. She's a $1 Million Achiever. And then this was mine. This was my Christmas one. It uses that sort of a pool party sky and not tranquil type, pretty peacock. Those are all, that was sort of a fun, I really like those. So anyway, I'm going to do a class in January, but already let's close our eyes and flip the camera down. Okay, and this is what we're making, and this is a complete case. Copy and share everything, and I'm not going to zoom in yet, but they're identical. I colored this differently with the bow. This is the case from a gal who's been a long-time demonstrator. I've never met her. Her name is Sherry Shakowski or something in Indianapolis, and I really like her. We're on a business group together, and anyway, we had to do something blue for Christmas for a challenge, and this was her card, and anyway, I loved it so much that I thought, I'm going to case it. I couldn't stop thinking about doing it, so I did it. I'm going to show you how easy it is. I'm going to move my computer out of the way so I can bring my big shot in here. So, and before I do that, this is what you'll need for this card. You'll need this is Seaside Spray. And this is, this is a beautiful color. It's going to be retiring in June, so it's one of those in colors, 5.5 by 8.5. And then you need two pieces that are 4 inches by 5.25. I'm going to pull this all down a little bit. Okay, and that is all you need. So what I'm going to do, before I bring the big shot or the Stampin' Emboss in, is I'm going to adhere this just like that. Oh, I probably should have not done that, but you know what? I think I'll keep that to the inside. And the reason I'm saying that is because I was going to stamp on, so we'll just have that be the inside of our card. That'll work just fine. I'm going to set that aside, and now I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. And here that is. I've got the tripod set a little higher. And let me see if we can do this. It's hard to, without moving the whole thing. There it is. Okay, and you know that Stampin' Up! Did. Some of you might have the magnetic platform, but they did pull it. They're not selling it. They're going to give us credit. I can't remember how much credit. Maybe some of you remember. But anyway, so I have my die piece already here. And this is a piece, and this is, I bet a lot of you have this wonderful paper with the silver on one side and the Seaside Spray. And it's that winter scene paper that came out last year. And thankfully they brought it back. It has been a delight to use that. And I cut it 3, I guessed. I didn't have any idea. I just sort of tried it at 4 inches and then I cut it down. It's 3 inches by 5.25. And now I'm going to take that off and I'm going to just cut this like that. I'm going to put that on there. And I've got my sandwich like this. I've got my base and my die plate and my magnetic plate. There's no reason you can still use your magnetic thing if they just pulled it. But I'm going to show you something else too. So now I'm going to run it through here, through my cut and emboss. It's just as smooth as can be. I do love this machine. I love everything about it. And I need more tables near me here. This is what we have. We have 2 pieces that look like that. Now I'm going to take this off. I want to show you something. I showed this last week on Zoom when we were doing a team meeting. And this is the old magnetic platform from our Big Shot. And if you have it, keep it, keep it, keep it. I've never liked it, but now I'm using it finally. This is a 3/8 inch self-healing mat that Mary Jean Anderson, I bought from her. She's made these, she's bought them, she ordered them online and cut them, but they do need to be 3/8. And you put it on here and watch this. So you just need the magnetic platform. This is a different width or height than our normal base plate. And then you put this on, and you put this on, and then you put your plastic over the top. You put your paper under there, of course. And you see how it just holds like that. And so it's really neat. We've got a lot of stuff here, and now it's falling on the floor. I've got 2 tables set up next to me here. But it is really works great. I love it. So now we are back. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Let me see what's here. Okay, we've got our 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to zoom this in for you to see this. And I don't know, I have 2 of my little rubber silicone mats here, but I'm going to get them next to me. So this is, I just took that paper and cut it in half like that. And now we're going to stamp. I'm going to take, I meant to get a pencil over here, but I didn't. But let me see once. We'll just put a little bit of seal right there. I'm going to put, what I meant to do was just mark it with a pencil. I'm going to move this piece up here now, and I'm going to get my stamps. And I have 2 stamps today, Night of Navy and Seaside Spray. And we'll use the Night of Navy. And we need to use our, I cannot stand to stamp without my piercing mat. So when you have photopolymer stamps, you always need a piercing mat or something, or mouse pad, either anything that's, so now I got my thumb in the ink. This is a long stamp, so okay, the ink over there, and I'm just going to put it right here like this. There we go. And then I'll take my Seaside Spray. Let me just clean that really fast with my chamois, because that navy blue ink, sometimes if I'm a half hour later, it can really dry on there, and I don't want to ruin my stamp. So, move that right there. And now we're going to take our bows and our bows. Let's see. I think I used the big one on one, and my friend Sherry, I don't remember. But do you see how this card I have the stems tucked under and the bows going out? This one, I think this is the way she did it. It was just the opposite. But I sort of like it. I think I'm going to do it with the bows, the stem part of it poked in. So I'm going to just put this on here like this. I'm going to put it up here a little bit, and I'm going to just look at the curve and put it like that. And now I'm going to turn this around. So I've just turned it around. I've got the stamp on sort of an angle. And just move it up here like this. Okay. And then the magic of TV. I've already stamped a bow, and I did that in the navy. And then you can do this one of two ways. You can take don't need that anymore. You can take your Wink of Stella and just pull this in like this, just like that, very, very quickly. And then you don't have to look for your blends or anything. You're just going to color it so it looks more like a watercolor. Or if you wanted, you could use your Stampin' your Balmy Blue and your alcohol blends. So, alrighty, but I have one cut out already, so I don't have to worry about that. And I'll just pull it out of the bag here. Here it is, and I think I colored that one with Balmy Blue. But what we have to do is attach. So let's just see if this is going to work. It probably needs to be cut off a little bit. So I'm going to take my trimmer, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Just going to put it at the top and cut off a little bit. Just a straight line. I do love this little trimmer. I wish I had another one, actually. I like to keep it on my desk. So I trimmed it off. You probably wouldn't need that, whatever it was, 3 inches by whatever. And now I'm going to I've got navy blue ink on my thumb. And we're going to put a little adhesive on this. How many of you have this wonderful set of dies, and have you used it? Oh my goodness, love it. And there we go. And let me see if you're seeing this okay. I can't really check on that. There we go. And now you're going to just put this on your card. And I'll show you, we'll do that. This is there we go. And then I took a navy Stampin' Write marker, and I loved what Sherry did. I don't know what I would have thought of this. She just went through like this and put marks in just real fast, but it just gave it that little touch. And then we're almost finished. All we have to do is put the bow on, and we'll take our pick tool. I love this. I have about 3 of them, but I probably need another 1 or 2 so that I can take one with me to Florida. I have some old piercers, but I love that tacky end of it too. And there is our card. And I don't have anything. May your days be merry and bright. I like to use I have a lot of thank yous to write at Christmas for my birthday and for Christmas. And so I always need, between 25 and 30 Christmas cards. So I like to leave some of them blank. But isn't that a pretty card? Oh, and then it needs some pearls. And here we have some pearls. And we'll just get our little putty on our take your pick tool. And we're going to put a bigger one right in the middle. And then little ones will all get, I'm going to put, oops, that one was not going to come off. We're going to put 7 on all together, so 3 on each side and then 1 in the middle, and that is how fast and easy that card is. I will challenge you to try this. Try this card. I bet you have paper. It doesn't have to be the Christmas sentiment either, but what a great, great card. Alrighty, next project. And that is these. We're going to do this one. This one's a little bit more complicated. So I would suggest if you want to take measurement pictures, this would be a good time to, I'm going to slide these down. Maybe I'll, oops, there we go. There we go. You can see the sun is starting to peek in over here. I've had to close the shades, and every time I open them, I have to stand on a stool because I've got it zoomed in too much. Okay, there we go. I think that'll be better. This is so slick. Watch this. This is a gift card in here, and this just is like that. Oh, I just think it's really, really neat. So the card goes right there. So this is actually one of my very favorite sets of stamps in the whole catalog. It's called Wish. It's a big suite. It's called Wishes and Wonder. And I'm going to do another. It was the first thing I ever did when I got the new catalog. This one and the snowflake one. Anyway, I love the deer in this, and you can see that right there. It's gorgeous. Great set of stamps. Very, very, very nice. This one, and then that warm hugs, or hugs and wishes, or whatever. Those two sets are really special, and I don't think they've gotten as much attention as they need to. I have loved them, and I'm going to be using them more because I have a couple classes coming up. Here's another card, and here's the envelope decorated. You know, this is so easy to do. But this is some of the beautiful paper. This is that 'Tis the Season, the little 6x6. Love that deer. Do you see the embossing on the chest? Really, really nice. This is all from Wonder of the Season and 'Tis the Season. So 'Tis the Season is this one with the cherry cobbler and spruce. And I tried to wear something today, and I'm not quite there. I have two shirts up here upstairs where I'm filming, and neither one is quite exactly that spruce green, but I did the best I could. There's some trees, and there's the red. Isn't it just, look at this red. It's got cherry cobbler and real red in it, and just a nice one. I might have to just go and close that. I don't know where it's coming in now. I've got 3 windows, and then this is the gold and red one. Look at this. It's black and white on one side and the foil on the other. Great 2 sets of paper. Love them. Wish they would never ever retire, but they will. We know that. So, I thought I had never made one of these cards, but I found, I actually learned this from a friend of mine, Amy Combs. I took a class of hers, but I did this one with Rhonda, I bet 5 years ago, and it's very similar. You can see how the flap gets attached up here like this, and then this just gets tucked in like that. And here was another one I've done, but it's not the same. But again, that's sliding mechanism. But very, very fun. So, I have measurements for you. And I'm going to bring everything out in my little container with all kinds of snowflakes and evergreen boughs. I did use the snowflake set too on this. Okay. Here we go. I've got my ribbon. Love this spruce ribbon. Oh my goodness. It's like the best. And, okay. So this is where I would suggest you take some pictures, some screenshots. Oh, hey, Jeannie Williams. I see you there now. I can't always see these things. You can always go back and watch all of from the beginning later. Okay, this is where you want to take a screenshot of the different pieces. Okay, we're going to use cherry cobbler, and these are the pieces, and 4 1/8 by 1 7/8, and then the piece that's going to go on top is going to be just a smidge smaller, so you can take that picture, and then what I'll do is I'm going to take these off now that you've taken the picture, and I'm going to put my adhesive right on here. We're going to sort of build it. Okay, this is going to be the bottom of my card. And now we're going to put this piece on top of the cherry cobbler. This one has a lot of pieces to it. So you can see the black and white side, and this is the gold. This all has an 1/8 of an inch border. Okay, that is that. And then the card itself, it's a card, you know, 4 1/4 by 11, half a sheet of paper. And these are the measurements. So it's 4 1/4 by 11. And then you score it at 2 inches right here. And then I turned it around and scored it at 3 1/2. Now, I don't know what that is totally. I just sort of guessed at that. So it's 2 inches and then 3 1/2. And then you fold it together like this. And here is our card. And I'm going to add this bottom piece right here. Okay, and now I'm going to make sure my words are going the correct way. Okay, like this. I don't know what it says on there. It has all kinds of different things, but isn't that pretty? I just, so this card, this was the first one I did. I actually took a kit class from Amy Combs in, she's in Southern California. Some of you maybe have met her. She has long curly hair, and she's really amazing at swaps. And her best friend is Sandy Carlson in Minneapolis, and we've always done swaps together. And I know Lisa, you did a swap once with those big tags. I remember Tamara did too. So I'm using the plaid. So okay, now the inside part. So here is our deer, and here are the pieces. This set of dies has all these pieces, and I actually, I have a dish. When I cut things, I don't just cut one red. I try them in all kinds of colors. So then I try to figure out which is going to look the best together and what layers. So then I have extra pieces, and I put them in a dish, and then I can, you know, decorate boxes and treats and things like that. But this has a couple great circles. It has a die like this that I have lost. I think it's in some other die set, but I've looked and I can't find it. But I love that tag, and I cut out a gazillion of those, but don't know where it is now. Things get lost around here. So I think I looked on the bottoms of all my magnetic dishes and found another little tiny flower. But anyway, so this is a circle, green spruce circle. And I don't know what size it is. Let's see. 2 1/4 punch. 2 1/4 punch. And then I layered the red on top of the gold. And now I'm going, you know, you could do dimensionals, but I'm not going to. Because we've got a lot going on here. We've got a lot of depth. We've got a lot we've got a lot already. And then we're going to make the deer go up higher and all those things too. So, okay, this is the hard part. It's not really hard, but it seems a little bit at first. So this is the piece of white, and this is where you want to take a picture. 7 inches by 3 3/4, and it's scored at 1/2 inch and then 5 inches. So I'm going to fold it down like that, and then the opposite way. And this is where you would want to stamp. So I'm going to give that a good crease with my bone folder, because if for some reason it doesn't work out, we can always turn it over, or we can cut a new sheet of paper. So shaded spruce ink. And we're going to use this is a red rubber stamp, so I'm going to set this over here. And I'm going to bring this a little closer to me. There we go. Isn't that a pretty stamp? And then we'll give this a nice cleaning, because that green ink could be a dangerous one. So, ready. Let me turn that right there and close up this ink pad before we get more fingers in it. I can see that sun is creeping in and making it's. I'm glad to have the sun. Okay, now this. Watch this carefully. So I'm going to put my adhesive on this little 1/2-inch piece right there. Okay, and now I'm going to take my card, my inside. This is the wider one. And I'm going to put it right next to the fold, like that. And down. And then, there we have our card. It's going to slide. Now what I'm going to do is put my ribbon, so I'm not actually putting any adhesive here. It's all going to be just a ribbon belly band. So I'm going to tie this like this. And try to see if I can do this on the camera while we're, okay, right over, funny angle. Let me start over here. I'm going to do it in front of me. I'm going to pull a little closer to me. Right over left, and left over right, like we did in the Girl Scouts. And it's really a pretty ribbon. And you want your knot to be sort of loose, like that. And that's going to hold, and then you can slide it up because it's not, there's nothing glued down about this. Apparently this is an original idea by Sandy Carlson, the gal in Minnesota, and she taught it to her friend Amy. So I'm going to give that a haircut, and there we go. And we're almost done. We'll throw those scraps away, clean up a little bit. And now we're going to put this is going to go here. I have a couple of snowflakes. Excuse me. A couple snowflakes die cut. Oh, they're just wonderful. I think I'll use the bigger one, and we can always use the little one on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one up. So I will get my glue out, my Tombow, my little container. I love this little hot glue gun tip. Anyway, so now I'm just going to, actually last week our grandson Jack was here making a card for his sister, and I showed him this technique of just putting little tiny dots on his, he thought that was so clever to do this, not squeezing, but you're just touching it. And then I sent him home with a glue, or to take to school. They're in school full time. Just the elementary kids are in school. The school board voted last night that middle school and the high school will not go back until January. So just the first kindergarten through 5th grade are in school. And okay, and so that's going to be like that. And then I'm going to put adhere my green circle. And I want to leave a little bit of that snowflake sticking out like that. And let's see, oops, a daisy here. Well, let's see if I can, oops, a daisy, I'll try to, there we go. Okay, sorry about this, girls. There we go. Is that a little bit better? I'm sorry about that light. Okay, but I'm sort of blocked in here with tables on each side of my desk, and okay, I'm going to take my reindeer or my elk, or it could be anything you want it to be, I guess. And I've got these little sprigs cut. I'm going to put one that, and I have dimensionals on there. I'm just going to have one coming out of his, sort of his chest area, and another one coming out back here. This is, it cuts 3, 3 of these sprigs. Nice. I always like it when Stampin' Up, so I just attach it like that. I like it when Stampin' Up gives us a couple, then we don't have to make as many passes through. I don't know. I don't think we need that one. We'll leave that one off. Save it. Okay, and now we're going to have our deer like this. And you could add a little bit of Tombow behind the green sprigs if you wanted to, but I don't think we need to. And then we just have our wonderful card like that. And we would just put our gift card in like that and close it up. And isn't that fun? If it's in a regular envelope, I don't know about you, but as our kids get older, we give them a check or cash. And actually, as the grandkids get older, they like getting that cash too, and gift cards are sort of the neatest thing to do. So I keep my little spare pieces right there in one of those containers. So which do you like better? Do you like the plaid or the spruce bottom like that? Okay, you type it in and put an answer in there. And oh, we forgot the jewels. And then these are from, oh, I love these wonderful gems. Just love them. I wish they would carry over, but I'm sure they're not. I did this one with the little sort of the clear ones. I sort of like it. But we'll do this one with the red since we just will. Since I have the other one done. Well, we'll do one red there. And we're going to put a bunch on here. So there's a bigger one. And then this is the smaller one. And then we'll do another big one up here. And the small one. Let's see, put it maybe there. Okay, so that's 5. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always try to keep the odd numbers because that's the way things are. It's always more attractive when they're like that. And now I want to show you how to make sure you know how to do that envelope. And then we'll be all finished. So we're going to take an envelope. We've done this before, but I love this technique, so I'm going to show it to you again. And I'm just going to put some adhesive right along up to the crease. So I just did a little bit of adhesive. And there we go, the green or the red. What do you think? I think I'll do the green just because I've got all that spruce in the bottom of the card. And so what I do now is I line that up along the crease, press it down, and then I turn it over and I trim it with my snips like this. Actually, I like to use my, or use your older scissors that you use for cutting paper. I have one that I like to save for ribbons, so there we go. And then you got a little piece that you could use along something. Oh, and we could put a, let's see, if I did that on one of these. Oh, I did put a snowflake like that, but I'll do that later. So, anyway, that gives you an idea. There's our envelope. And our cards are like this. Aren't they pretty? Isn't that a fun? You will probably, if you try this technique, I think you probably should go back and, look at the measurements, the scoring, and all that kind of stuff, and take pictures so that you can come back and refer to them. I will post these today on our team site too. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm going to flip the camera around. Hold on here. There we go. Oh, there's Cindy Garfey. Oh, Cindy, no, I think this would be a much too hard one for all your Christmas cards, but it is a pretty spectacular one for your own kids. Oh, my nose was starting to run a little bit. Okay, so go back and look at your Tuesday announcements and look at some of those logo products. I think you're going to like them, so check that out and stay tuned because next week probably be, I'll see you next Tuesday for Facebook Live and at 10 o'clock. But that sale, it could be Tuesday, it could be Monday. I don't know when Stamping Up is going to have that. So you just we're going to probably have some announcements. They may give us a little bit of notice, and then you'll have to tell your customers and your friends and your family, and start making your list. If you need, things like paper, this would be, it's always nice to get, if you can get it up to $150 order, that's terrific. Then you get free things. So, yes, just one or two. Probably you should always make 2 cards. Yes. So, also be sure you go online and look at the PDF of all the new products for Celebration and for the mini catalog. Oh, I didn't bring mine up here. I do have a mini catalog. We can't look at the inside yet on camera, but the outside of Celebration and the mini catalog they're beautiful. I love them. Actually, it has. So when I was showing you these 2 cards, the front of the catalog has that flower on it. So love. Oops, someone's upside down. There we go. Oop. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, that's sort of on, not this design, but that flower is on the front of the new catalog, and it's wonderful. And as demonstrators, we get to order on December 1st. So, and that is just not very far away. So anyway, hope you're all staying safe and you are healthy. And Cindy, are you in Arizona now or Colorado? Did you stay in Colorado? And Martina, you are moving next week, right? Or is it right after Thanksgiving you're moving? And so you don't have many craft things out for you to play with. So, but anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I sure appreciate you tuning in, and stay tuned, and I'll see you for more things. Oh, don't forget, if you want to sign up for the Secret Sister, Secret Santa, please let me know. That's really a fun thing to do. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You can make things that are really a nice project. Anyway, so I'm gonna work on that this week. So I've got 5 names so far. So that'll be fun. Alrighty, we're good. We're right at 45 minutes, and I sort of like to keep it at that. And I'll see you really soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.